Hi, my name is Randy Rolfe, and I'm an independent consultant with Nikken. And this is not a corporate presentation, but a presentation by distributors, and we're sharing a product showcase. I'm going to do a quick overview with some of my colleagues, and then we'll share personal stories about what we've enjoyed with the Nikken products. And they are truly extraordinary. Let me start my little PowerPoint here and share my screen. There it is. Discover active wellness and living a life in balance. And Nikken's been involved with wellness and natural support for the body's optimal function since 1975, when they were founded in Japan, which is the healthiest country in the world, and partly because it has a huge focus in their health industry on prevention rather than trying to fix people up when things fall apart, but rather really trying to use a natural philosophy to keep the body healthy. So Nikken came with their philosophy to the US in '89, and I discovered it in '97. And I'd been involved in natural health since 1971, when I decided to teach myself nutrition to keep my husband and I healthy. And it was working very, very well. Neither of us had any complaints. But because we were on a preventive track, when I heard about Nikken, I definitely embraced their whole philosophy and their products, because it was a whole nother dimension to keeping people healthy and well. So it's been a glorious experience with Nikken. And I started out as a lawyer and found that lifestyle didn't suit me for the wife and mother I wanted to be. So I became a family counselor. I wrote a number of books on parenting and natural health. And this next slide is about the compound effect of daily choices and habits and how they determine our quality of life. It's not just, big decision, I'm going to lose 30 pounds next month, or I'm going to move to California or something. It's the daily choices that we make, lifestyle choices about how we eat and how we think and how we sleep and how we interact with those around us. Those little choices determine whether we are humans living up to our potential or humans under chronic stress, which ultimately affects everything. So humans being more has been the motto of the company from the beginning, and the philosophy is really to build humans from the ground up to help us achieve our potential. And I love that about Nikken. It's really focused on building us by supporting our health, mental and physical. And these small choices with consistency over time make a radical difference in our income, health, relationships, success, and overall happiness. And that's a really powerful thought, because we sometimes forget how much power we have over the course of our lives just by the little everyday decisions we make. And in family counseling, I found that was crucial for the health of the overall relationships, whether everyone was basically taking care of their daily needs. And the health environment today is way worse, actually, than 20 years ago when I first encountered Nikken. And the biggest problem is the stress, the chronic stress that everybody's under, especially since the recession 10 years ago. People are working harder, longer, and stress is the silent killer. It has a huge impact on all those things that kill us early, and the heart disease, diabetes, cancer, stroke, and also all those things that reduce our quality of life: fatigue, allergies, anxiety, depression, sleep problems, weight problems, and so on. And the sleep is a huge thing. I always say that we only discover the importance of things when they start to disappear. Like we discovered minerals when we didn't have the minerals in our agricultural soil anymore. We discovered vitamins when we started refining all our grains, and we're discovering how important sleep is when we don't get enough of it anymore. And then we know that now that 70% of Americans report sleep issues, and one poor night's sleep reduces the immune system by 60%. It also affects how our memories lay down all the things we've picked up during the day, and also our alertness for the following day. And it's hard for us to even know how we were affected, but studies show that we are significantly affected by one short night or one night of tossing and turning without any deep sleep. And of course, air and water pollution are in the news every day. We're hearing about the houses in Harvey that have been spoiled by the flooding from the Hurricane Harvey in Texas. But there's sewage running in the streets right now in some of those areas. And air pollution is worse indoors than outdoors now, most places in the U.S. because of all the chemicals we use in our houses. And water pollution is huge. Our municipal water with the chlorine kills things that could kill us instantly, but there's so many contaminants in the water that can accumulate and increase our toxic burden on our bodies. So all our eliminating organs, our skin, our kidneys, our lungs, our liver, all those things that the parts of our bodies that have to deal with these toxins are being overloaded and causing a lot of trouble. And bottled water is often no better than tap water. It may be tap water just made to taste better by removing the chlorine. And we find agricultural chemicals, medicines, heavy metals, all kinds of things in tap and bottled water. So it's quite frightening. I'm going to invite Karen Rose. Do you want to share about what's happening with the children? Are you there, Karen Rose?
Yes.
Can you cover that for us in the next couple of slides?
Okay.
Do you have that in front of you? Yeah, you do. Okay, good.
Yeah, obesity is its highest rates. Wow, 36%. 78 million adults, 12 million children. 1 out of every 5 adults. Yeah, it's very interesting because I was reading about Michelle Obama, she said she had a whole program about moving and health. She actually put a healthy garden in the White House. So I think she made awareness about that, and especially worked with a lot of low-income families. So I really admire her for that. She brought an awareness around that. And there is a lot. I can remember going to schools and seeing, I didn't have children, but I had children by marriage. And I remember going to schools and seeing what they had in schools that was so different. They didn't have healthy food, and it wasn't even cooked. It was like they had fast food there. And I was like, oh my gosh, and this was in the 70s. And it just kept getting worse and worse and worse where fast food was being introduced into the schools. So a lot of it is definitely connected to the fast food industry, which I support slow food. we need to slow down and look at our diet. And Nikken has incredible products that are food-based and all organic food-based supplements that enhance our system. I love the Siaga juice. It's a high-end antioxidant juice. And we have barley grass. So getting children used to these kinds of things, getting them to pick a grape instead of a cookie, and making them aware of how this affects their whole life. And another thing is the energy drinks. They're being affected by young people now that are very toxic. And we have a great energy drink with the 10-4. And it's incredible for traveling, You know, when you're traveling, there's a lot of things related to traveling and sleep deprivation. And, you know, a lot of that's connected to coffee and, you know, maybe eating something. And after you eat something, you get more tired when you're traveling. But what about, you know, using our vital balance and our 10-4, you know, that you won't fall asleep while you're driving, plus sitting on the seat. So we have incredible things for children, for adolescents, for learning about their health. And I love that about Nikken. Educating people about that is really important.
Yes, the children are suffering worse. This is the first generation where we're actually predicting that they will not live as long to the age that us, their parents, are going to live, because they have so many problems earlier and earlier. The degenerative conditions and high stress are showing up in younger and younger people. And oops, there's some actual serious noise going on. Let me see if I can mute. Okay, got rid of that. And of course, the lower end of our economic scale, 35–40% of low-income families of our population are low-income families, and they have it worse. They often live in food deserts and don't get health care. So let's see, next slide should come up. There we go. So what is the answer? It is about making those daily small choices, active wellness choices, being healthy by choice, not by chance. And the answer is Nikken's philosophy of humans being more by taking an active role in our wellness. And Nikken has, I used to be a corporate lawyer, so I was very interested in their corporate structure, and they're really the only international company with a comprehensive, holistic approach to life and health. And on the screen, you'll see that there's this philosophy, the 5 pillars of health, that the founder, Isamu Masuda, a visionary in Japan, said that balanced life was based on healthy mind, healthy body, healthy family, healthy society, and healthy finances, and that these all need to be in balance. If any one of them is really weak, all the others suffer. And when we gave up the high stakes corporate legal environment, my husband was also a lawyer, to go buy a farmhouse in the country, we thought we'd really given up the finances, but then everything else starts to suffer. And we got to focus on healthy mind, healthy body, healthy family, but then we thought we had given up the finances. But along comes Nikken and says, no, you don't have to sacrifice one part for another part. You can have it all. You don't have to give up your health. And that's what I saw with the law partners. They weren't healthy. They had kind of a bad attitude because they were in a constant adversarial environment. They didn't have time for their families. They were earning, 7–8 figures, but what for if you don't have time for your family and involved in your community and you're giving up your health? We often say that if you spend your health chasing finances, you may spend all your finances trying to get your health back later. So the Nikken advantage is that we can put these products in our home, on our bodies, and really stay a lot healthier than we would be if we leave it up to chance. And Nikken has developed products in air, water, sleep, food, and light. And it's truly amazing to have a full spectrum of health support that's non-medical, patented, and made to work. And having experienced it for 20 years, I can tell you that for sure. We have 3 categories of products: nutrition and skincare, environment, and rest and relaxation. The rest and relaxation was the core beginning of Nikken, the idea of returning us to the good energy, the magnetic energy of the earth through insoles. It was the very first product. In the first 4 years, they became the fastest growing company in the history of Japan, and reached $1 billion faster than any other company except Microsoft. And most of the magnetic products are in their 4th generation. Nikken is always evolving more effective dynamic technologies in their products. But the insoles are still one of the most popular products, and they can change your life from the ground up, literally, by putting us back in that healthy environment that we would be if we were walking by a mountain stream. The square that you see on the video is our back support, and it has the same technologies as the insoles. The core now of our line is the sleep system. It's a futon of all natural, sustainably grown material, and with the magnetics incorporated and other technologies that really help improve the effect of that good, healthy magnetic field. We have comforters and pillows that complement it as well, and you just have to try it to believe the difference it can make. And we'll hear more about that from our guests. The environment, the core of that is the water. It not only filters the tap water beautifully down to 99% of all contaminants are removed, but it also alkalizes and restructures the water with the magnetics, just as if it had just come out of a mountain spring, really. There's also a shower head and a sports bottle to give us that special Nikken Pi Mag water. The air system also filters many different ways and creates very pure, breathable water, air for us. And then the light, which I have here on my desk, is full spectrum light and gives extra blue, so it helps with your circadian day-night rhythms. And being a nutritionist, I could talk about nutrition forever, but what I like best about Nikken's nutritionals are that they're formulated for balance and supporting the body as nature intended. So it doesn't megadose anything, everything's balanced. It's also organic food based, so that the body doesn't say, oh, here comes a chemical, I'll send it to the liver. It recognizes the things as nutrients, and they go to the proper organs and give a balanced response so that the body knows what to do with it and creates a healthy organ function. One of our signature products is the Osteodens, because it's so unique in the world. Many experts come to Nikken on a regular basis and propose their discoveries to Nikken, and Dr. Naidu brought his work on lactoferrin, over 30 years of study of this amazing molecule that helps balance and function in the organs. And he developed this wonderful supplement for bone health based on the lactoferrin molecule. And we have many, many products that are of similar quality that support the different functions. And the other thing I like so much is that it's easy to use them properly. Nothing's overdosed, and they're all labeled. So you don't have to be a nutritionist to know what to do with Nikken. I take everything they make except the men's and the pets vitamins. It's truly an amazing line of products. And this slide is to remind me to talk about the everyday organic-based weight management. This can be used every day. It's not a fast weight loss program. It's designed to re-educate the body so that you make good food choices, because you get even energy production through the day, and the mind is properly nourished so it doesn't crave carbohydrates. So your moods you don't get irritable or deprived, and you sleep better, actually, most people report. And the whole system includes cleansing and rebalancing, improving digestion, improving brain function, improving energy production. So check that out. It's a wonderful way to start the day. The paleo bars are organic and have 3 or 4 ingredients only. Taste fantastic, so they're great snacks. Paleo, there's nothing in there that your great-great-great-great-grandmother wouldn't recognize. And of course, the Kenzen Vital Balance is the perfect way to start your morning because it sets your thermostat for the whole day. And the 10-4, Karen Rose already mentioned, is a wonderful substitute for any kind of energy drink or coffee or stuff that gives you a high and then a low. This is very even. So now I'm going to move on to our special guests, stop the share, and ask Al and Sandra to share their experiences with Nikken. Hi, how are you guys doing? I will unmute you. There we go. Hello, Sandra and Al. They're in Virginia, and thank you for joining us. Al and Sandra Thornton from Virginia.
Yes, we love the Nikken products and first became involved because we were searching for ways to remain healthy. We had just turned 60. We went to a seminar entitled Bone Health that Barbara Satterwhite was conducting. And the reason we went was because we knew nothing about bone health. In fact, the term itself was like, what? What's that? So I came home and I asked my husband, I said, look, there's something about bone health next week. Can we go listen? And he was going, bone health? So we were both stunned. And as a result of that introduction, we were so amazed at how many natural ways we could prevent and help our bodies that we were just amazed. And we only went to 2 more functions that Barbara sponsored. And it was so eye-enlightening. It was wonderful.
Yes. Once you go to the second one, you really get it. And once you understand how your body is the chemical bank that kind of provides for your organs, that'll just trip you out. And, you know, I used to think a bone was like a chicken bone, like a stick. And then you find out that it's not. It can move. It has its flexibility up there. And once you find out those things, I mean, you're in to make those things possible in your life.
Right. We know that the bones manufacture the blood cells, but I didn't realize how many other things. So just that eye-opening into the bone and its significance, that it's not just a structure to hold up your skin and your muscles. No, it does far more. And if you don't treat it right, your other organs will suffer because there are places along the bone where other elements, nutrients are deposited so that when your organs need them, that's where it comes from. But from that, we have just been exposed to so many things. The significance of hydration, how all waters are not the same. You addressed that beautifully when you were talking about the contaminants in the water and how bottled water, I even found out, could often only be tap water with all of the chemicals that we use in the recycling process. And people are spending money on things that are really detrimental, but they don't know it. So after we used the products for a while and we saw a difference in us, it was too good to keep quiet about it. We just talked about it to other people, not for whatever. And before you knew it, we were like, we want to be consultants. We really want to share this good information. It's a sin not to let other people know that they can be a part of their own solution for good health.
So we were having fun, and then we started making a little bit of money, and that was offsetting some of the products we were buying, because Sandra was buying everything. I mean, this year that she loves to shop, you know. And then next thing you know, I mean, we're just in, and it's not a thing where you have to learn everything, basically, because some people want to learn everything first and then get in. No. We do 3 ways, and Barbara was always doing a 3-way with us. And then you learn from those stories. She relate to people, and then you have that story to tell until you get your clients, and then you tell your story from your experience that you have.
But it's so excellent how the structure of Nikken is such that it's so supportive. You simply want to share it with people you care about, your family, and in the process, the sharing is easy because we can call on each other to just connect with a friend. Tell them how this could be helpful for even their pet. My son got 2 of the pet pads for his buddy, his best friend, his canine. And I've met people who honestly have seen tremendous examples of the Nikken products making a difference for their pets.
And then Pam came just the other day.
We had a person come the other day.
And she brought her dog. This is a new dog. And a year later, she was going to put her dog down.
A year earlier.
Right. She was going to put her dog down, and the doctor had suggested it. And we gave her water. And the doctor was amazed that the dog lived another year.
Right. And at the dog's demise, the liver functioning was normal. And she told us just a couple of days ago here that she's positive her pet lived much longer, a better quality of life because of the Nikken water. And to know that we can have that for our bodies is incredible. But we've enjoyed it. We've had increased finances. We have a lot of fun. The people are so wholesome and they're positive and they think on a level that you would want to aspire to just because they're forward looking. They're proactive, not reactive. We really enjoy the whole process called Nikken.
Yeah, I like particularly your point about the community of people focused on wellness and helping others, and that the Nikken community of educating ourselves to active wellness and helping others. We just have a few more minutes, but you mentioned that when you really embraced those products as basically prevention and staying youthful. But what you said, you noticed some things, because I know for me, I didn't think I could get any better, but then I noticed a whole lot of things changed. I had more energy, and I thought I had all the energy in the world already. And I slept deeper, and I didn't get as tired, and my balance improved when I was ballroom dancing. So what are some of the things that you folks noticed, even though you really weren't expecting anything?
I love the quick breakfast fix, because when you get up and have to go out, you want to eat because you're hungry, but we no longer just grab whatever. The Vital Balance is a solution that we didn't even know we needed. It is quick fix. You just put 2 scoops in water, you drink it. The young lady that was here yesterday, we were showing her the difference between Ensure and our Vital Balance, because we have an Ensure that we let people read the ingredients. So quick fix, you don't make a big mess. If I need to, I can drink it on the way, but it's just 8 ounces of pure, organic, clean, nutritional, high protein food, less than 1 gram of sugar. So being quick, we're on the go a lot. And if we need another meal and we don't have time to really fix one, we don't want to eat out like we used to. That's a big difference. We're saving money in that we don't eat out like we used to. But when we do, we can splurge because basically we're getting great nutritionals. So the one thing I like is quick, nutritional, clean meal. And I know people are always amazed at our age, because you don't look at when you've been treating your body well. But the other side is you feel so much better. I used to fall asleep in meetings a lot. I don't do that anymore. With the Nikken products, my body is refurbished. And my buddy would sit there beside me and hug me, knock me, that wake me up. And that doesn't happen anymore. But I love being able to let people know that your pets and your home can be such a sanctuary if you just knew what to do. What do you like best about Nikken? income.
Not like all the products. I mean, just like we have people come in, they say, I'm fine. I mean, I don't have no aches and pains. And I say, okay, well, just sit on the seat anyway, and sit on the seat and listen. One guy said, okay, I want to show you a quick 4-minute video. I want you to move over here now. And then the guy walked over there and he said, oh, my hip don't hurt no more. And he told us all this thing about he was fine. But some people hurt so much, they're so used to it, they don't think about it, and they become accustomed to the pain that they don't think about it and know it's pain. I mean, until they see a difference. And when they use the Nikken products, it brings them back to normal. And then they say, oh, I do feel better. And then they recognize that there was a difference. And so it's all interesting, and we have fun with it. We just have fun.
We really have a lot of fun. I love the time that a college student would say, oh, well, I'm healthy. I don't need anything. And then I said, how are your shoulders? How is your neck? Fine, fine. I said, well, let me put a little cream on it anyway, just to see, because she trusted us.
That was funny.
That was so funny.
She just freaked out. She just said, oh, that feels so much better. Oh, wow. And we're going like, but I thought you... It's amazing. It's amazing.
So we have solutions for maintaining good health, for helping increase your health. The solutions that we offer really are educational. And I just had to tell the lady yesterday, she said, what is it you all really do? I said, we educate, we inspire, and we empower. And she just went, wow. And yesterday, her first time introduction, she ordered her water system, which is so affordable. And she has a list of 4 nutritionals that she wants at the end of the month when her money comes back around, because she realized that investing in herself is not frivolous spending.
Absolutely. That is so true. Well, thank you so much, Sandra and Al. Just, do you have one more thing each of you wants to say about someone who's...
You went mute.
The people that you've already introduced. So what's your bon mot for new people?
Please be open-minded. You don't know what you don't know. So you can't address what you need to address if you don't know that you need to address it. Just be open-minded. And I've started complimenting people early in the introduction process by saying, are you open-minded? There's information that might be helpful that you don't know, that we might be able to fill in some gaps for you. Because when people think they know it all, I think that's the biggest turnoff for Al. He'll say, I'm moving on. There are a lot of people that need us. But then I have to encourage people to be open-minded. And if people will just listen, even if it duplicates what you do know, great. But suppose it duplicates something that isn't duplicating because you didn't know it. So that's a big nugget for me. And I remember that as I'm interacting with other people too.
And for new people, don't prejudge anybody. Just go with it, and the more you talk, I mean, that builds you up, that keeps you fluent with your stories or whatever you are explaining. Because we prejudged one person, we said, oh, we just, no way, and we just kept forgetting her. And then she came around one day when we were talking to some people, and so she said she wanted to try the water. So we said, okay. And so we gave her some water too, and it changed her fingernails. They used to be dark or something, and it did something for her nails, and she got turned on. And then she just wanted to buy everything. I mean, it was amazing. And we had wrote her off totally. I mean, just clothes and everything. So really don't prejudge person. Just go ahead and go through it. And you're going to get some surprises. And some people, they call you back the next day.
We've had that happen.
Yeah.
But it is such a joy to be able to be helpful to other people. And when I think about if Barbara had been complacent, just helping herself and her husband, and had not gone out to share it, where would we be? We just turned 70. Where would we be had she not told us and taken the time to go out and share the information? We love Nikken. It is so much fun. And I think that's one of the reasons our marriage is so vibrant and we have so much healthy relationship with each other. It's because we're doing something together that really matters.
Well, that's a great place to end. Thank you so much for sharing your stories and your enthusiasm. And you guys are a lot of fun, that's for sure, helping a lot of people. So let me share a couple more slides here. So ask yourself if what you're doing today is getting you closer to where you want to be tomorrow. There's so much that Nikken offers, and it fits right into whatever you're doing right now. And because it's just fun to tell people that Nikken has things that can always improve. You never know how much better you can feel until you've tried the Nikken products. So think about healthy mind, healthy body, healthy families, healthy society, and healthy finances. And all of them can be improved with Nikken. And discover it, live it, and share it. Become a customer. It's very easy. Just get with the person who had you watch this video or listen in, and you register as a customer like you would on any shopping cart on the internet. And but you have an incredible community of supportive people and videos and teleconferences and three-way calls. And so just get started with the insults, with the water, with the face mask, whatever gets you excited, and start building your wellness home. And then when you start sharing, you can add a little extra income, maybe a car payment, or you can decide it's your plan B and fire your boss in a year or two. So do continue to explore Nikken. Really appreciate you. And thank you for being on the video. Thanks again, Sandra and Al, and Hattie Jane and Karen Rose, who are on my team helping with this production, and Connie and Dee are often there. I appreciate that. And I'm going to end the recording now, so have a great